I was doing some research. I was doing some research just before the session, and I just got to see that, I'm not here to make you feel as if immigration or getting like sponsorship in the UK is easier, or like it's easy. I know there's a magic trick. This is what you need to do in order for you to get a job, in order for you to get sponsorship. All right. It's difficult, but is it doable? 100%. As have we worked with people that have gotten sponsorship? 100%. All right. And that's exactly what you need to understand. Just because you feel it is difficult doesn't mean it is impossible. All right. So this week I spoke with quite a number of people that are looking for, visa status, looking for sponsorship and all that. And there was something consistent among all of them. They were willing to do and not, they were willing to go overboard in order for them to get sponsorship. All right. So you see, the key thing here is it's not like it's difficult. It's not like it's difficult, but it's not like it is impossible for you to get sponsorship. All right, because these jobs are available. All right, and we're going to go a bit practical today. All right, we're going to go practical. We're going to go to different job boards. The civil service. We're going to go to NHS. We're going to go to local councils, and so on and so forth to look for jobs. Okay, and you see that there are actual jobs, but the problem here is we have a particular mindset that we need to change. All right, and that is, I want these people to give me a chance. Okay. And that's something I've noticed. Okay. You speak to the first person, and the person is like, oh, I used to be an entrepreneur in Nigeria, and now I've moved to the UK. All right. I'm not sure. I've taken some courses, but I finished my master's, but it's been a struggle to get a job. But you don't actually have any skills that the employers are looking for. You don't have any related experience these people are looking for. So how do they want to hire you? All right. You see people doing stuff in global business, international this, international that, psychology, and all that. These are great courses. All right. But at the end of the day, the UK market, the UK job market is tilted towards skill. What skill? What can you do? It's like what things have you done before? What skills do you have, and what have you used those skills to do in your past? Is the key question. All right, and that's what we're going to answer today. Because we're going to be talking about the hiring formula for immigrants, especially in the tech space. We're focused on tech because we are looking for, immigration, visa situations, and so on. All right. So we're going to be looking at hiring formula. What are these people looking for? Are they looking for those certificates? So you see a lot of people today are focused so much on gathering as much certificates as they can. All right. They get one certificate. The next thing they're looking to get another certificate, add another certificate, and they're gathering all the certificate. And that's a beginner mindset. Okay. And I'll tell you, I did the same thing. I'm not going to lie to you to tell you that I did not do that. I did it. I was looking for different certification. All right. Just to tell you a little story. Okay. My relocation journey, when I moved out of Nigeria, the first place I moved to was Ireland. Okay. Ireland. I was in Ireland for about 3 years. Okay. And working and living in Ireland, after doing my master's, I was looking at getting a job like every other person. And you see, I just felt like I needed a lot of certification to prove that I know it. So I had experience working in management consultant. I went to go and get a certificate of, Chartered Institute of Management Consultants, just to back up that I have management consulting experience. I had to go look for, data analyst certificate. I had to go look for certificates in Python. I put it on my CV. If you see my certification, training and certification on my CV, is even more than some experiences, just to show that I know this thing. Do you understand? Like, but you see, I was still getting a lot of rejection. So at the end of the day, what are these people looking for? We say this every single time. What are they looking for? So it's not a situation of what you think or what you feel. Oh, I feel like if I have this thing, your feelings don't matter in the job market. Oh, I think when if you're even discussing with somebody today and the person is telling you, oh, I feel you should, it's a feeling they feel. it's not certain. There's no guarantee. Oh, I think if you add this, I think there's no guarantee. All right. So what I'm going to do today is show you. I'm not going to tell you what I think or what I feel. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to the job boards and I'm going to show you what these people are looking for. And you can make the inferences yourself. Okay. To, oh, I need a job. Okay. I need to get a job with the civil service. I need to get a job with the NHS. I need to get a visa sponsored job. What do I need? I'm going to show you today. All right. So for the people that are joining us for the first time, this session I'm going to keep it within 1 hour. Okay. I'm going to keep it very, very quick, very short, to ensure that you get the most out of today's session. All right. So now about Amdari. For people who are joining us for the first time, Amdari is solving a critical problem. And this critical problem is the no work experience barrier problem. So a lot of people today are looking to get in a job, and the major challenge that they have is lack of work experience. Okay. So you see a lot of people say, oh, I was a banker, I was a teller, I was in teller in Nigeria. Okay. Now I've moved to the UK. I want to get a job as a data analyst, but I don't have any related experience working as a data analyst. Where are you supposed to get that experience? That's exactly the problem you're solving. So you see a lot of people in customer service that want to become business analysts, project managers, cybersecurity professionals, but they don't have any related experience. They've not done anything for any company before in their life. So how are they supposed to get that experience? That's exactly what Amdari is solving. And you see today, in real life, today, this you and I today, all right, we always value people's experience. We value people that have more experience than us. Okay, we value them significantly. So if you go to the side, I'm a guy. Today is Saturday. I want to go cut my hair. If I go to the barber salon, I go to the barber shop today, and I see the guy that cuts my hair every single time, or even if it's a new salon, but I could just tell that this person is a beginner. I don't want that person to cut my hair because there's so much at risk for that person, that beginner, all right, to cut my hair. The same thing with ladies, the same thing with every other person. If you're going into fitness, for example, and you get to the gym and somebody that wants to train you can't lift a 10 pound, a 10 pounds dumbbell, you're likely not going to feel like this person is experienced in the fitness journey. But if you get there, the guy is looking buff, the lady is looking ripped, you will feel excited to say that I person to teach me. Do you hear me? So you see, we are always tilted towards people that have experience. People have done it several times before. Okay? And that's the same thing with employers. Employers are looking for people that have done it before. Okay? So you can't say that, oh, please give me a chance and expect a recruiter to say, yes, I'll give you a chance. No, it's scary. Okay? What are the possibilities that you even pick up? What are the possibilities that you know what to do at the end of the day? All right. So you see, those are the major challenges that you face. And if you're stuck in that no experience barrier, I don't have experience, then that's exactly what I'm is solving for you. All right. Now let's go straight. If a man, I always if a man at April, currently, I do more data and AI contracting here in Canada. I'm based here in Canada now. I lived and worked in Ireland. I lived and worked in the UK until I came to Canada. Prior to all this, I used to be in Nigeria. I used to work as a management consultant back home in Nigeria. Did that for about 4 years before I decided to relocate. My own tech journey, okay, I also pivoted. I studied economics in university, got a job in Lagos, worked as a management consultant, nothing tech related. And then I wanted to pivot. Now, long story short, it took me 2 years to pivot to get my first job. 2 solid years, over 2 years, I'll say. All right. And I'm going to share some of my journey with you today, so just to sort of reaffirm some of the things I'm talking about today. All right. So it took me 2 years, over 2 years for me to get my first job. And you see, once I got the first one, I saw that, okay, why did it take me 2 years to get my first job? Why did it take me 2 solid years to get my first job? Eventually, I went on, took it very personal. Okay, myself and my business partner, Adiza, We took it personal, and then we built Analytics, we built Amdari to help immigrants like ourselves, sort of navigate the job market and help them get jobs. And I would say in the last 6 years, we've helped well over 2,500 people secure their first job in the tech space. And that's exactly what we do every month and month. Everything that we're doing every single day is helping immigrants settle into career paths that they want to settle in. All right. That's been like a career goal for me, honestly, and it's been very successful when I get to see people that I networked with or that I mentored a couple of years ago that are living good life. Okay, people that used to work in care now leading data analytics, now being data business analysis, now in project management. People that used to work in the warehouse like myself that are now cybersecurity professionals. There are so many of them. Okay, some of them I'll share them with you today. Some of them, I probably will just share as we go on. Okay, so you see, that's my experience, and that's why I'm here today to sort of let you know because I have a ton of experience when it comes to helping people navigate the job market and helping them get jobs. So please don't take for granted what I'm going to be saying in today's session. So to keep it very quick and short, we're going to make it, this conversation is going to be on four topics. Okay? Four topics, and that is number one, the UK public sector, the hiring formula to get a job in this sector. Okay? Now, number two, your pathway to securing the visa sponsorship within 4 months. Okay? How the Amdari Work Experience Program works. And last but not least, we have a special offer for people that wait till the end of the session. So if you wait till the end of the session, you will get a special offer from myself, from me, dedicated from me myself. All right. So I'm going to share some statistics with you so that we can get the ball rolling. 6 out of 10 of our interns at Amdari will get a job in 4 months. Okay, so within 4 months of you going through the work experience program, 6 out of 10 of our interns will get a job. Okay, now that number increases from 6 to 9. Okay, within 7 months. So in 7 months duration, 9 out of 10 of our interns will get a job. And that's, a very big, huge testament is Laura. Okay, so Laura came into the GLC Work Experience Program. Okay, and she was able to get a job as a document controller in a month. Now, don't take my word for it. I'm going to play the video so you can listen to Laura. Okay, and you can tell for yourself. Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, I know you mentioned it before, but can you just talk in specific terms, the things about Amdari or the experiences or the Amdari processes that actually contributed, to the success of this, you landing this role?
Okay, so when I joined Amdari, I was told that within 2 months of joining Amdari, you're going to get a job because I've been having so many jobs here. And I was like, okay, I wasn't skeptical because I saw the reviews on Instagram before joining Amdari. I was like, let's see how it goes. I wasn't expecting in my wildest dreams that I'm going to land this role within 1 month. I just joined Amdari last month. So this Amdari internship program really helped me, to be very honest. It helped me. And I became very proud of myself. I was able to get some insights into, here in the UK, they would say, oh, it's very difficult for an immigrant to get very lovely jobs, corporate jobs, and all of that. It was very hard to believe. But Amdari helped me see that this is very possible. You can learn whatever you want to. You can get that job. So Amdari has really opened my eyes to, opportunities and how to get these opportunities, to be honest.
All right. So you see, that's Laura. And that's a testament towards what we are doing here. All right. So just imagine someone that just was lost. All right. Came into a session like what we're doing today, saw the testimonial, okay, and decided that, okay, let me give it a shot. All right. You see a lot of people have been burned. Oh, I've attended several training programs. How are you sure it's not the same? How are you sure it's the same? How are you sure it's not and there's so many issues and there's so many things that people have said, over time. But something you need to understand is, okay, you know, that's the reason why we're doing all this testimonials. So you can see the actual people, all right? The actual people that are getting these jobs. All right. So moving on to the next thing. Okay. So I have two other statistics I'm going to be sharing with you. 85% of our interns get at least 2 interviews within 4 weeks. All right. 85% of our interns we get 2 interviews, okay, at least within the first 4 weeks. And how do we do this? I'm going to show everything. I'm not gatekeeping that information, so you see it's clear and clear. Okay, 100% of people who land jobs today, from Amdari, also said that the work experience and the reference letter that we provide is what helped them get the job. All right. So you see, these are the key statistics I want to share with you. So it's not going to be a situation of, I'm going to be sharing every single thing. How we're able to do this, I'm going to share everything with you. The only thing you need to do is listen. That's it, honestly speaking. And all I want from you also is to fill the attendance. So my colleagues in the house, they'll drop the attendance very soon for you to fill the attendance so you can get access to this to recording of the session. All right. So you need access to the recording. Please ensure that you fill the attendance form. All right. Now, another example of people getting visa sponsored job is Pedro. Pedro came to Amdari, did a cybersecurity internship, and eventually was able to get a job as an OT security specialist with the NHS. All right. So you see, a lot of times everything looks difficult. Doesn't mean it is impossible. That's something I'm going to say a lot of time in today's session. It seems impossible. It seems difficult, but it's not impossible. All right. That's something you should have at the back of your mind. So Pedro got a job as a OT security specialist working with the NHS, full visa sponsorship. In this day and age where everybody says it's hard, it is this, it is that, and that's something you should have at the back of your mind. So you see, most immigrants today, all right, in the UK today are struggling. I also was there. So trust me, I'm not saying this to just make you feel some type of way. Most immigrants in the UK are trying their best. They're applying, and you likely fall into this bucket, as we go on. Okay. So you see, at the end of the day, the key thing is how do you succeed? Now, you see a lot of people say that I have the skills. I have the skill. I have all the things they are looking for. As a project manager, I know Jira, I know Confluence, I know this, I know how to build a BRD, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, and and all that. But you see, whenever I apply, I still keep getting ghosted. Why? Okay, I apply for 10 roles, none of them come back to me. Is either I get rejection email or I am left on red. Okay. Oh, you see, recruiters ask me about my visa status even before my experience. So even before I even start talking about my experience, I have been eliminated because I need visa sponsorship. Okay. So you see, these are some of the things that non-immigrants it's not easy for them to resonate with it. Okay. So you see, recruiters, forget, they always will ask about your status first before they even ask about your experience. You're applying broadly, but nothing is converting. You apply on NHS, you apply on civil service, you apply on read.uk, you apply on LinkedIn. Nobody is getting back to you. That's a problem. Okay. You don't know which employers are actually sponsoring. And today in the UK, we have 121,000 companies that can sponsor your visa. 121,000. Do you know that? If you don't know that, let me show you. Let me show you quickly. Okay, I'll do this very quickly so that I don't take too much time. All right, these are the things that delay me, anyways. But just come to your browser, search for UK sponsors, companies, company sponsors. Okay, all right. So you see register of licensed sponsors. Click on it. Okay. You see register of worker and temporary workers sponsor list. So you see this is the register of sponsored workers in the UK. Now click on this. Okay. It's going to download an Excel document. I'm going to click on that and it's going to open up in a few seconds. So these are small things that take my time. So apologies. Okay. But I just need to show you this. All right, I just need to show you this. In the UK today, there are over 121,000 companies that can sponsor your visa on a skilled worker visa. That's what I mean. All right. So if I come here, I'm going to increase the size a little bit so you can get to see better. Okay, I'm going to zoom in now so you can see it better. All right, so you see, I'm just going to, add a filter to this. I'm going to add a filter to this. So now I'm going to add a filter to this. Why is it doing this? All right. So you see, we have the route. That's the route. So currently, these are all the companies in the UK that can sponsor one type of visa, any type of visa. These are all the companies in the UK that can sponsor any type of visa. So currently, we have 141,000. You see the count here? 141,000 companies in the UK that can sponsor on different types of visa. But we are more concerned about the skilled worker visa. So I'm going to filter down to the skilled worker visa and click on OK. And you see now today, we have 121,000 companies in the UK that can sponsor you on a skilled worker visa. 121,000 companies. Do you understand what I mean? That's a lot of companies, isn't it? All right. If you want to filter it down to a place like, let's say you're living in Manchester, okay, and I put in Manchester, okay, Manchester, and I filter down to Manchester to say that okay, companies in Manchester that can sponsor my visa, you still have over 2,842 companies that can sponsor your visas in Manchester. 2,800 companies in Manchester can sponsor your visa. But you see, it's not easy because how do you want to keep track of all the names that you have here? How do you want to keep track of them? It's literally impossible. Do you want to be checking them one after the other? It's also going to be difficult. Do you understand? Because it's overwhelming. Over 2,000 plus, over 2,800 plus companies can sponsor your visa just in Manchester. And you can try this for, I mean, if you're in Manchester, you can apply for companies in Leeds, you can apply to companies in Birmingham. You see, so even if you're looking at the neighboring cities that are close to Manchester, you would have over 5,000 companies that can sponsor your visa. All right. So you see, these are the things that you probably don't know, okay? Or maybe you know, but you don't know how to navigate. And that's exactly why we have these sessions like this. All right. So you see, you don't know which employers actually sponsor. You can't crack the UK public sector IRA. How do they speak? What things should I write about on my CV that guarantees I get a job? That's the thing that you need to have at the back of your mind. Now, these are shocking statistics, and it is 78% of immigrants, okay, in tech professionals and like core tech professionals in the UK are underemployed relative to their qualifications. 78% of immigrant tech professionals. So you've studied tech, you've done courses, you've done your masters, you've done all this fancy stuff, but you just find out that you're still doing care, you're still working in a warehouse, you're still trying to get by. You're underemployed. That's what it means. So relative to what your qualifications are, with all your certifications and everything, you are underemployed. 78%. That's a shocking number. All right. And you see, 2.3x people are more likely to be hired when their CV is tailored. Okay. Not sure why this keeps moving ahead. Okay. Give me a second. All right. Are more likely. So if you tailor your CV perfectly, okay, you're more than likely to get called by the public sector. So if you tailor your CV in a way and format of a public sector company, you will likely get an interview. And today we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you what you need to do. Okay, I'm going to show you every single thing that you need to do to get callbacks from employers, public sector. Okay. Now, the three key phases in immigration. The three key phases in immigration. Now we have phase one, we have phase two, and we have phase three. Okay. I'm not sure why this keeps coming in. All right. I'm just going to leave this here. All right. So you see, number one, the phase one is, recently just relocated to the UK. You're full of hope about the future. They're full about hope about the future. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna live the kind of life I want. Finally, I can explore the opportunities, so many opportunities. I'm gonna be earning in pounds, and there's so many things I'm gonna be doing. So life is full of so many opportunities. Now, phase two is when reality sets in a little bit. Okay, month-to-month expenses. You have to pay your rent. You have to pay electricity. You have to pay for water. Can you imagine? You have to pay for water. Do you understand? Water that is literally. I lived in Portsmouth in the UK, and there's a vast amount of ocean of water. But at the end of the day, you still have to pay for water. Can you imagine? So it's not like Nigeria where you can just dig your well, okay, and you have access to your own water immediately. It doesn't work that way. So reality sets in that, oh, I have to pay my bills, I have to pay for transport, I have to I have to pay for so many things. So you have to get a survival job. And the reason why they call it survival job is because you need to survive. You need the money to survive. You need to pay all these bills on a month-to-month basis, and that's the truth. Okay, so it's not bad. You see a lot of people, talk down on care jobs, and this and that. I'm not that kind of person that will talk down on those career paths. But you see, a lot of immigrants are stuck here. They are stuck in this career path. Okay, like myself, I worked in a warehouse, so I'm not better than anybody. I'm not claiming to be better to say that why did it for over a year. All right. The muscles I have today is not because I have muscle. I know that I don't go to the gym. Okay. Oh, I'm going now, but back then I wasn't in gym. I wasn't in any gym in Nigeria when I relocated. All right. So it was a warehouse. Every boxes workload was massive. Okay. And I worked with a lot of, I'm not going to mention the nationality just because of, yeah, and then fire back. But I worked in a certain type of nationality, and I felt there was a feeling, and I was right about the feeling. So they just felt like, as a Nigerian or an African, somebody with black skin, you're strong. Okay, so they gave me like the tough belt. We call it belt. So it's a belt where you put the boxes from the trailer, you put it on the lever on the machine, and the machine takes the box away to get it scanned and all that. So I worked in a warehouse. I did it, and I was almost stuck there. And the reason why I was almost stuck there is very simple. In Nigeria, my salary before I left at the time, this was well over a decade ago, was almost 300,000, 300 going on 400,000. All right. And 1 week working part time was what my 1 week work was. The money I was earning was more than what I was earning in Nigeria. Working part time, not full time. Okay. So I was bamboozled. I was like, wow. Do you understand? So it means that when I'm done with my master's, I can work more hours. Okay. And in which I did. I finished my master's. I was still in a warehouse and I was working long hours. It got to a time I was earning almost €1,000. Okay. Because I was in Ireland at the time, every single week. Okay, I was earning almost €1,000, 900 plus, close to €1,000, and all that every single week. All right, so I felt I was living the life. Now, what brought me back to reality was I was speaking to somebody that was in the warehouse. He has been there for like 5 years. He has been working in the warehouse for 5 years, 5 years plus. And I was asking what his rate was. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting some massive difference in the pay. He has been there for 5 years. At the time, I was collecting €13, 13 euros per hour. Now, the person that has been there for 5 years is collecting €17 per hour. So that's about €4 more than what I was earning. Now, if you multiply it over the week, it feels a lot. Okay, but honestly, when you look at it, it means that I have to work for 5 years to move from €13 to €17. And that was when it dawned on me that this is not fantastic. Okay. I'm working more than 12 hours in a day. I'm working more than 12 hours in a day. And I'm going to do this for 5 years to get to €17. It didn't make any sense to me. All right. Now, surprisingly, or not surprisingly, a couple of my friends were getting jobs, and one of them got a job of €60,000. Okay, 60,000 euros at the time was one of the highest paid amongst the people that we did our masters together. It was about 60,000 euros, and that's when it dawned on me that, Omo, this person is working from home. This person is traveling, doing vacations and so on and so forth. They have parties the person can attend. Me, I have to go on night shift. Okay. And the guy at the time was 60,000 euros, was roughly almost, I can't remember what the salary was on the month-to-month basis, but it was a lot. Even though it was definitely more than what I was earning in the warehouse at the time. And that was just the start of his own career. So that was when it dawned on me that, oh, well, my guy, you snooze, you lose. You get me? So I decided to, phase myself out of it. So, but you see, I would say that the reason why I was able to scale was I was able to get my first job. I got my first job, and I was then from that first job. I moved on to other jobs and all that. But you see, a lot of people are stuck in this survival mode, and they don't know how to scale out of this survival mode. Okay. So either you need sponsorship or you don't need sponsorship. Quite a number of Nigerians or Africans are stuck in this place. Now I worked a lot. I worked with different companies in the UK. So I did a lot of contract jobs when I moved to the UK. I did a lot of contract jobs, and I worked with majority of the firms that you probably know already. And I'll tell you this: you barely will find Africans in these roles in these companies. You barely will find Africans. Like, there was only one company I worked with that I met a Nigerian. Okay, I met a Nigerian, but she wasn't in tech. She was in finance. She was like the accountant or something, and she was excited to meet me. So you see, at the end of the day, why do we get stuck in this survival mode, in this survival job? First, sometimes it's about money. Some of them is about sponsorship, because Care has given me sponsorship. Let me just wait out. It's 5 years. Let me just wait. It's 3 years. Let me just continue to do it for 3 years till I get my visa sponsorship. I get my PR. I know exactly, or indefinitely to remain, and I continue my life, that kind of thing. But I mean, if you are just early, you're still doing your master's, you're still doing your program, don't get stuck in the survival mode. And that's exactly what we're doing this session today. So how do we get here? How do we get to this point, phase 3, where you're doing a very good job, all right? That is rewarding, number one. Less time, but more money, okay? No more time and more money. Less time and more money. That's exactly what we're looking for. So number one is identify the tech career path that guarantees you sponsorship. It's not every role within the tech space that guarantees you sponsorship. Focus on the career path that guarantees you visa sponsorship. So I have a list of career paths here: data analytics, we have project management, we have business analysis, data engineering, data science, cybersecurity, GRC. So the lady that got a job in document control, the document controller, that was visa sponsored. It was a public service role. And we also have app and cloud security. So select the career path and stick with it, and stick with it. I spoke with one person that attended my session yesterday. I had a session yesterday. And you see, I was speaking to somebody that was struggling to get in a job. And, I was really impressed with the guy, very impressed. He has done data analytics, he has done data science, he has done data engineering, he has done a couple of things combined together. All right. But you see, he's still struggling to get in a job. The problem is we try so many things at the same time. Okay. Oh, I want to learn data, I want to learn business analysis, I want to learn project management. I'll try myself in all places to see which one works. It doesn't work that way. All right. What you double down on is what guarantees you success at the end of the day. So learn the skills also. All right. Learn the skills. A lot of people just want to jump the gun and just, get a job. Learn the skills. You did your master's in project management, doesn't mean anything. You don't have the skills. Okay. You do your master's in data analytics. Trust me, you don't have data analytics skills, because the kind of things like I said, I speak to a lot of people. One of them, I was speaking to them, did a master's in data analytics. Okay, do you know how to build a dashboard in Excel? Yes. Okay. Do you know what Power Pivot is? No. Do you know what this is? Do you know what that is? You say no, 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 no. And I'm like, okay, you have to take courses. You have to learn. So you have places like Tenalytics, you have places like the YouTube, Udemy, Udacity, LinkedIn Learning, where you can learn these things. Sit down and learn. Okay, learn data analytics, learn data science, learn business analysis, like learn the technologies that are being used in this career path. The next one is gain project-based experience. And that's where Amdari comes in. Okay. And that's exactly where Amdari comes in. We provide you with work experience. I'm going to do a detailed video, a detailed session on this in a few minutes. Okay. And last but not the least, gain employability skills. Please, people's CVs. I got a lot of CVs. I've seen a lot of my fair share of Nigerian-based CV. All right, and it's terrible. Some people say that, oh, I don't know why I'm not getting a call back. Take a look at their CV. You would be, you'll be surprised. How do you want to get successful with this CV that you have? How do you want to get successful with this CV? So you see that's the challenge most people have. Optimize your LinkedIn profile, prepare for interviews, okay, and then on the job support. These are the things that I'm going to be shedding more light with, as we go on in the session. So, anyways, just to focus on career path that guarantees you sponsorship. The reason why we focus on this is because of the skilled worker visa. So the skilled worker visa, the UK has come up with this document that provides you with, all the jobs in the UK that can sponsor your visa, okay? That can sponsor your visa. So you see here, the table is sorted in order of occupation codes, and with the smallest number at the top, blah, blah, blah. Also, codes are listed as either higher skilled, medium skilled, or ineligible, okay? So it could be any one of those three. So the key question is, when you're looking at this, when you're looking for a job, and you're looking for a job as a data engineer, for example, can it sponsor your visa? 100%. The code for data engineering is 2139. So if I scroll down to 2139, okay, 2139, you see here, you have information technology professionals, DevOps engineers, IT consultants, and so on and so forth. If I scroll up a little bit, all right, you'll see network professionals, IT network professionals. That's a part of cybersecurity. All right, you see IT quality and testing professionals, also a part of IT and cybersecurity. Now you see cybersecurity clearly written out. Cybersecurity operational defense specialist, cybersecurity management and governance specialist. That's GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. Forensic computer specialists. These are career paths that can guarantee you sponsorship. And if you notice, every single one of them, higher skilled, higher skilled, higher skilled, higher skilled, higher skilled. So these are roles that can guarantee you visa sponsorship. I'm not going to dwell too much on this because, if you fill the attendance form, I'm going to send you the link so you can look at all this career path. And the codes are there. So you can literally just check the codes for yourself. Okay. So you see, project management, business analysis, these career paths can guarantee you sponsorship. And you see, I added something here. If you have completed a course or you've completed courses in any of this career path, you are above 70% of people that are currently applying for jobs. I speak to people every week. I can tell you that for free. Okay. If you've taken courses, like you're going for project management, for example, and you've taken courses in project management, you know how to use Jira, you know these things, you know the terminologies and all that, you are better off than 70% of the people that are currently applying for those jobs. Okay? That's exactly what you need to have at the back of your mind. So understanding the UK public sector, okay? We're going to be looking at the NHS, we're going to be looking at the civil service, and we're going to be looking at council and NDPBs. Okay. All right. So we're going to be looking at all this. The NHS definitely is the largest organization in Europe, not just in the UK. All right. It's one of the largest single employer in Europe, not just in the UK. So if you're currently looking at getting visa sponsorship, the NHS definitely is a place to look at. All right. And the key roles here, tech, anything tech, software, to cybersecurity, to data, to business, to everything. All right. This is a major place you need to focus on. The next one for this is civil service. We're going to take a look at civil service. We have GCHQ, we have HRRC, we have DWP, MOD, and so on and so forth. All right. Then we have local councils, 2.5 million employees across the UK. All right. This is overlooked. Okay, often overlooked because I mean it depends. All right, lower competition also exists because it's greatly overlooked. Okay, so we're going to be exploring all this, and I think that's where we're going to spend a little bit more time today. Okay, so 6 mistakes killing your chances for chances for immigrants in the UK. That's a title. All right, 6 mistakes killing chances for immigrants in the UK. All right, number one, using generic CV. So you use one CV to apply for all the jobs. So you have one project management CV, you have one data analyst CV, you have one data analytics CV that you use to apply for all these jobs. It doesn't work. Okay, so you need to tailor your CV to every job that they're looking for. Okay, so you just imagine somebody comes in. Let's say you fix cars. Okay, you fix cars. Somebody drives in a Mazda. Okay, to your workshop. Okay, somebody drives in a Mazda to your workshop. You won't be talking about your experience with BMW at that time. Okay, you won't talk about, oh, I know how to fix. I know how to fix BMW. The person drove in a Mazda. You are going to be talking about your experience with Mazda. If another client comes in at the same time, okay, that is driving a Kia, you are going to approach this person with, I know Kia. I have experience with Kia. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? If another person drives in with a Maserati, you will talk about your experience with Maserati. That's exactly what I'm trying to talk to you about. So you see, we are often saying that, oh, we have a data analyst CV, but your data analyst CV is majorly talking about finance, financial data analysis, and so on and so forth. But the person you're applying to is you're applying to a sales analyst role. Okay, all you're going to be doing this role is sales analysis, but you're using a financial analysis CV to apply for a sales analysis analyst role. But you see, at the end of the day, we want them to make a decision. You want them to infer that you can do the job. Oh, if I can analyze financial data, you should know that I can analyze sales data. Nobody has that time. Okay. Nobody, unfortunately, has that time. So you see, applying to 50 jobs, open nothing, so something is likely going to go, something will work. That's also not a great strategy. So if you're going to be looking at it, apply to 8 to 12 targeted roles, researched, prepared for. And that's exactly what we're going to be exploring today. All right. Mentioning your visa too early in conversation. So even on the first HR call, you're already saying that, oh, I need visa sponsorship because you're so desperate to get a visa sponsorship. Now, take for example, I never mentioned visa sponsorship. At the time when I was looking at visa sponsorship, I would tell all the employers, no, I don't need it. I had 2 years of my visa. Okay, I don't need visa sponsorship. I can work in the country for 2 years. Okay, that's if they even ask me. Okay, and you see, funny enough, the company I got to work with initially did not sponsor my visa. They were not sponsoring my visa, but eventually they did. All right. Eventually, the company that wasn't that when I got the job, it was a contract role for 6 months, and eventually they wanted to sponsor. They wanted to. They sponsored my visa. So you see, majority of the time, we just as long as the company can sponsor your visa, that's exactly what you're focusing on. All right. Ignoring civil service behaviors in interviews, especially if you're applying to NHS roles, they have core values. Okay, and that's something you need to stick to. Assuming public sector is slow and bureaucratic, that's another thing. Yeah, it's slow. They don't respond in time. They don't do this. They don't do that. All these misconceptions are there. All right. Now, the last one, which is what affects a lot of people, is not confirming these companies can sponsor your visa. Okay, before you apply. So, majority of the time, I would say you should confirm if this NHS trust can sponsor your visa, if this public service department can sponsor your visa, you need to be sure, you need to be certain. So without wasting more time, let's jump straight into the job board to take a look at some job. All right, so the links are there. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the links. Okay, so you see the links. So if you fill the attendance, I'm gonna send you all these links. Okay, so ensure that you're filling the attendance so you get access to the material, to the recording of the session, so we can jump straight into it. So I'm going to click on NHS first off. I'm going to come back, civil service jobs. All right. And I'm going to do, civil service, and the PR. Okay. I have a message. All right. All right, so NHS is definitely one of the best. Honestly, it's by far one of the. We did we did a session yesterday. If you missed it, okay, just fill the attendance. I will send it to you. Okay, fill the attendance. I'll send it to you. Okay, so we did a session, a very detailed session on the NHS. Okay, and we looked at project manager. We looked at data analyst. We looked at let's look at business analyst today. All right, and the way I've said it, okay. Just fill the attendance, please. Okay, fill the attendance. All right. So you see, the way the NHS job website works, okay, is it searches for each word in the job description, in the job, across the job board. So now, if I search for just one keyword, business, and I click on search, it's going to go through the entire, you know, NHS job board, and it's going to look at roles that has business in it, business, 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 business. All right. So now I'm going to put in another keyword, business analyst. So it's going to search for business separately, and it's going to search for analyst separately. So every role that has analyst would appear. Any role that has business would appear. So you see, we have business analyst, information analyst. So there's no business in this one. So it's going to look for just the analyst. So because analyst appears here, it's going to bring it out for you. And the reason why I love this so much is because you can add more keywords to your search. So now what other roles can the business analyst do? Process. Okay. Okay. What else can they do? Change. Okay. Change. Okay. What else can they do? Improvement. And so on and so forth. But let's just keep it to these four keywords: business, business analyst, process, and change. So any job title that has process analyst, change analyst, and so on and so forth is going to appear. So you see now, IMS, change, business change manager, okay, change facilitator. All right, and you see all these are the roles that are coming out. If you're learning something, please give me a thumbs up real quick. If you're here with me, please give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, fantastic. Okay, just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 30. Okay, all right, awesome. All right, so you see, these are roles that currently exist. Now, if you're looking at sponsorship, you don't have 8,600 jobs that you can apply to. Okay, you don't. You will need to apply these filters. Now, working part for sponsorship, please, it has to be full-time job. It can't be part-time. It can't be, it can't be any of the other ones. Okay. When you get your full-time job, when you get your visa sponsor job, you can be looking for flexible working. Okay. For the time being, please search for full-time. Okay. Number one. Number two, contract type has to be permanent. It can't be a fixed-term contract. It can't be an apprenticeship. It can be voluntary, it can be local, it can be training. It has to be permanent. So working pattern full-time, contract type permanent, and then you come to salary range, pay range, then you go click on 40 to 50, then 50 to 60. You need to put that there. That's because if you're looking for sponsorship, the base salary is 41,700. Okay, for sponsorship in the UK today, the base salary is 41,700. So you are looking for a full-time role, okay, that is permanent in contract and pays between 40 to 60,000 pounds. That's what you're looking for. All you need to do now is apply filter, and then you would see that your 8,000 rows will be filtered down to 1,756. 1,756 rows. Now you have 1,756 rows that you can apply to. So you have the change facilitator. Now you want to apply for this. Let's take a look at this. Okay, let's take a look at this. Now the key thing here is a lot of time we have one CV. And we use this one CV to apply for all the roles that come up. Okay, we apply for all the jobs that actually come up. So you see, this is a change facilitator. What would this person be doing? Okay, all right. So you see, what would this person essential working with large acute trust and senior managers, experience working with clinicals at all level, previous experience communicating business change concepts and issues. I mean, these are things that you have, you can build experience in. Okay. So a lot of the time, you see, when we see all the kind of requirements, we want to immediately just say that we can't do this. But this is basically just a role of communicating change to the department. Okay, so job description in line with strategic decision, the direction of the digital data and technology department. Post order will be deployed to clinical areas to drive improvement by supporting staff through service changes, digital implementation, or new ways of working. This is what a business analyst is doing. Okay, this is the role of a business analyst. So if you're going to be applying for this, you can't use a business analyst CV by default to just apply for this role. Okay, so what most people will do is, oh, I have a business analyst CV. I'm just going to, write some few things and I'll use it to apply. You are leaving them to infer. You're leaving them to think, to read your CV and say that, oh, this person can do the job. It doesn't work that way. Nobody reads your CV. Do you understand? Nobody has the time to read for this job application. You won't be surprised if they do over 40, if they do over 250 applications. If they receive over 250 applications, will they read 250 applications? No. So you see, that's where bulk apply doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. So let me show you what the guys at Amdari will do today. So we have, if you come into Amdari, you would have access to CV Matchly. Okay, you would have access to CV Matchly. Okay, so CV Matchly is a tool that helps you with your job application process. Now, what I'll do here, all you need to do, by default, the job description has been extracted. So you don't need to copy and paste job descriptions and, spend time trying to copy and paste it somewhere. You don't need to do that. CV Matchly will automatically scrape the job description. So now what you want to do now is click here to upload. Now that CV, that your default CV that you use, come and upload it there. Okay, so you see the business, I have a business analyst CV. I'm going to upload that into my CV, into CV Matchly. I'm going to upload it. Now, immediately upload, it will start analyzing my CV against the job description. So I have a business analyst CV that looks good, that if anybody reads it, they will know that clearly this person is a business analyst. But this time around, they're looking for a change facilitator. Do you get me? So your experiences are not tied to the role itself. And that's why this is CV Matchly is giving me 40%. Okay? It's giving me 40%. Please, can you guys hear me well? Ibuku is saying that she can't hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So you see, please, Jennifer, please reach out to Ibuku. You can send her a text message for her to understand. Now, your CV is below the IRA score. Okay. Let's CV Matchly optimize it above 90%. So you see, the key thing here is, keywords, you have some keywords that will match. Okay, some keyword will match. 14 keywords you're missing. Okay, and overall, in terms of experience, you're getting a 6. So now, in terms of can this employer, can this NHS trust, can they sponsor my visa? You really don't know, but you see, the tool will tell you, and that's the beauty. So because we have 121,000 companies in the UK that can sponsor your visa, you can't keep track of all of them. So CV Matchly helps you do that also. So you don't need to think. All right. So you can see Bradford Teaching Hospital, NHS Foundation Trust, Worker A rating. It means that they can sponsor you on the skilled worker visa. Okay. And everything, yes, everything is there. Shortage list, salary threshold, everything is there. Now, keywords that will match. Okay. Stakeholder, business change, workshops, process improvement. These are keywords that fantastic that appear on my CV and that also appears on the job description. Okay, but you see now, missing keyword. There are so many other keywords that are missing. Okay, so what do I want to do now? I'm going to optimize my CV. Okay, I'm going to optimize my CV. and I'll click on generate. It has given me AI suggestions. So you see, include any clinical qualifications or registrations if applicable, or make explicit reasons for eligibility as non-clinical candidates if possible. So how do you do this? Don't worry, you don't need to stress yourself thinking about how to do all that. I like any healthcare related project, okay, or experience working directly with clinical teams or within healthcare settings. Project or experience. If you don't have this, you're lost. You don't know what to do next. So I'm going to click on generate optimize CV. And what this is going to do, it's going to take a look at my CV. It's going to take a look at the job description. Okay. It's going to look at NHS core values, and it's going to tailor my CV to this role. Okay. It's going to tailor my CV to this role. And we're going to take a look at it. Okay. We're going to take a look at this, the optimized CV, and we'll see it for ourselves that this role is better off. Do you get me? So that's what we're going to do in a few minutes. All right. It takes less, both the analysis and this optimization, both take less than a minute. Okay. So this makes it easier. So when we say that in the first 4 weeks, okay, our interns get 2 interviews, this is why they are getting these 2 interviews. So if I download Optimize CV now, and we'll take a look at it side by side. Okay, I'm going to show you now side by side. All right, so I'm going to just, sorry. So we're going to take a look at them side by side. So you see exactly, all right? So you see here, I am a senior business analyst with 8+ years experience translating frontline needs into practical change across technology and operational programs. If you read this, okay, if you read this particular stuff, the job description, you will see it has been, it has directly related the CV you had before, okay, into the role that you're going into. You see, I specialize in requirement elicitation, process mapping, Aziz/to-be workshops, and user acceptance testing, and I routinely use Windows-based tools. Now, if you take a look at this, all right, you scroll down, you see this, fluent user of Windows-based software, including Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. You can see how it has infused this into the CV. So you cannot say because I have a CV that is business analyst, let's go and read it. So by reading this alone, it has really captured what the role is looking for. So it's not, oh, you're not leaving the room, you're not leaving any room for them to think, can this person do this? Can this person do this? So you see here, core skills, stakeholder engagement with frontline staff, clinicals, and senior managers, workshop design and facilitation for discovery and requirement training. These are key skills that they're looking for, not generic ones that you have on your CV today. Communication skill, written and verbal communication skill. You see, things have changed tremendously. And these are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. Okay. So you see technical skills, all your Python, if you know how to use Python, is it relevant? No, it's not relevant. Do you understand? So what are the key things that you're looking for? Power BI, Tableau, they are looking at, there are certain things that they've infused in this particular experience that you need to add to your work, to your CV. And that's exactly why this is very, very important. Okay, this is why it's very important. So that's a change facilitator, and you can do this for any role, honestly speaking. You can do this for all the roles there. Okay, testing analyst, we have senior applications analyst, we have senior test analyst, performance analyst, and so on and so forth. This is another very good role. This role, this is a data and insight analyst. So if you're a data analyst, you can apply for this role. All right. Now, some people will say lead data analyst and run away from it because it has lead in front of it. But if you look at this now, okay, if you look at the main responsibilities, reports directly to director of operations, screening, working with analytics team, program manager, data quality team, customer service, and so on and so forth. So this person they're looking for somebody to sort of take lead on data analytics. Not necessarily like, okay, you lead the data analytics function for DESP and CHIS, okay, with accountability for strategy execution, product development. A lot of people don't want to take this, for example, but from my own experience, me leading in, in the UK, I've led different projects, different institutions, departments, and so on. And I'll tell you this, it is basically what you will still do if you are working as a core data analyst. The only thing is just that you're going to be a tad bit more responsible. So if you're looking at being responsible and you don't mind it, taking that shot at yourself, I'll tell you to apply for these kind of roles. It doesn't matter. So a lot of people are looking for entry-level jobs. They don't exist. If you spend the next 4 days, 2 years on the NHS website, you will likely not see beginner data analyst. First of all, your salary is £40,000. So when we added our filter, we added 40 to 50,000 pounds, 40 to 60. So it means you can see all the roles here are senior roles, senior information analyst, specialist information analyst, medical device analyst. These are all senior roles. So if you're looking at getting into, you have a junior cybersecurity analyst, which is good. All right. So you see, if you take a look at this, junior security analyst, let's look at the specification. Okay. Now you see this essential knowledge of concepts, procedures, processes of security information, event, ability to utilize related applications to protect organization networks from cyber risk. So you see knowledge, this, knowledge is. Now you now have skills and experience. So this is a junior role. Okay. Knowledge of techniques, approaches, and process of digital threats, ability to detect, monitor, analyze, prevent digital threats, and so on and so forth. So you see everything here. Now you see this qualification, postgraduate level degree in cybersecurity or relevant subject. Now, what does relevant subject means? It's broad, okay? Or again, equivalent level of experience. So it means that if you have a level of experience, you don't study cybersecurity in school, you can still apply for this role. If you don't have, if you study relevant subjects, okay, you still have to have experience at the end of the day because they're going to ask you questions about, cybersecurity and you should be able to answer. So that eliminates you. So that's the NHS website, okay? And, I did that, the job analysis and optimization to get you to see, what applying on NHS job board, how it looks like. All right. Now, civil service is the same thing, pretty much the same way. All right. And all you need to do is search for the keyword also. All right. Enter job title, skills, or keywords. Okay. So if I'm looking at this, I'm going to look at data analyst and I'm going to look at data analyst. Let's just look for one keyword, data and analyst. Okay. So I'm going to click on search and it's going to take me straight. Okay. So you can see now you have data analyst, you have senior data analyst, and you can see all this. Okay. You have a junior data analyst, but this is salary is not up to what we're looking for. Okay. So you have data analyst, and so on and so forth. So let's take a look at this particular one. Data analyst with government digital service. So what I'll do again is I'll use CV Matchly. Okay. All right. I'm going to upload my CV. I have a data analyst CV, so I'll click here to upload my data analyst CV, and I'm going to click on open. Okay. So I'm going to click on open, and it will start to analyze. So why this is analyzing? Let's take a look at the job description. So the government digital service, okay, is a digital center for government. We are responsible for setting, leading, and delivering the vision of a modern digital environment or government, sorry. Okay, so this is 75%. So it's giving me 75%. But you see there's some, so now government digital services, they can sponsor me on skilled worker visa, which is fantastic, which is good. Data analyst is on the shorting list, yes, and so on and so forth. So we were looking at missing keywords. You can see some keywords are missing in my CV. So all I need to do now is click on my CV, and you see AI suggestions. I like any agile environment work experience or familiarity to align better with job expectation. Include any experience with bespoke in-house tools to show capability in handling non-standard data systems. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. When I was talking about the experience of um, a mechanic, let's say you have a workshop that repairs cars. If somebody comes in with a Mazda, you talk about your Mazda experience. Okay. Oh, I know how to fix a Mazda. I know how to do this with Mazda and all that. If another person comes in with a Benz, you would talk about your Benz experience. And that's exactly what this is saying. So most of the time we apply with one general data analyst CV where you've worked on sales data, you've worked on, some logistics data. But now this person is asking you how you have used it relating to government parastatals. So when this one is asking about experience, within the agile environment. So if all these projects are not specified in your CV, nobody is calling you back. Do you get me? Nobody is calling you back. So it's not about your CV has to be tailored specifically to the role that you're applying to. And that's exactly where CV actually helps. And this is what guarantees our guys, at least 2 interviews in the first month. All right. And you see, once you click on optimize CV, all it does is keeps optimizing the CV, and boom, you are done in less than a minute. And we'll take a look at it. So you see, when you look at this, the job description is there. As a data analyst, you will analyze and interpret performance data using spreadsheets and Power BI. Okay, to support performance tracking and operational improvement and to drive insight about progress against our priorities. Build and maintain effective. I mean, this is what any data analyst that has studied data analytics, that has done some projects in data analytics, this is something they can apply to. So if I download up to my CV, I'm going to take a look at this and you see this. So you see, I am a data analyst with 8 years of experience delivering analysis, reporting, automated dashboard to support evidence-based decision. This is not randomly selected. This is based on what you have on the job description. All right. To drive what evidence-based decision. This is where the public service language comes in play. All right. This is where the public service. So you see, I specialize in spreadsheet-led analysis and self-serve visualization using Power BI and Tableau. Now, if you take a look at this, analyze and interpret performance. You see, analyze and interpret performance using spreadsheets, not Excel. Okay, some of you will add Excel. Excel is not the keyword. Spreadsheets is the keyword. Okay, and Power BI for performance tracking, so on and so forth. And that's exactly what you have here. Okay, combined with SQL and Python for data modeling, data validation, and routinely, work in multidisciplinary agile teams. You can see how they've infused agile in this particular, in your summary, in your professional summary. So, I mean, if all these keywords were not thrown in there, okay, you are likely not going to get called. You're most likely not going to get called. So you see, the core skills, the technical skills are all aligned to what you have in the job description. All right. And once you even look at this, you can see even the down to the job opportunities, the job function. So you see, build interactive Power BI and Tableau dashboards to surface performance metrics. Now, what is one of the major things you're going to be doing? Performance tracking and operational improvement. Correct? Improving data accessibility and reducing decision making by 30%. Automated recurring reports using SQL and Python to replace manual sheets, spreadsheets again, not Excel. Okay, lowering reporting preparation time and increasing reporting reliability by 25%. These are key action points. So, what did you do and what did it lead to? Metric. Those are the key important things. So, you see, when you say you're not successful with your job application process, it's basically what CV are you using to apply. All right. And the good thing again with CV Matchly is the fact that I've done all these things, I can easily generate a cover letter. Okay. I can easily generate a cover letter. So I'm going to sign into CV Matchly. You can see it's asking me, did I apply for this job? I'll say yes. And I'll just move on. Okay. I'll go to my job application tracker. And you see, in this role, this data analyst role, I applied that I just optimized. You'll see it here. All right, this is a role. So data analyst, government digital service via civil service jobs. So this is the role itself. But I need a cover letter. Let's say I need a cover letter for this role, and I want to generate one. You see, I can easily generate a cover letter. Okay, I'll just click on generate cover letter. It takes almost less than a minute also to generate the cover letter. But while this is going on, let me just show you one. For the one for NHS, I'm going to show you what we call a supporting statement. So this is a supporting statement for an NHS application. So if you're applying for NHS jobs, you need a supporting statement that is tied towards the core values of the NHS functions. Okay, so you see, stakeholder engagement, this is one of the roles I did earlier, okay? I have led workshops with executive sponsors, operational leads, and technical teams, surface requirements, negotiate priorities, and so on and so forth. At Amdari, I facilitated discovery session that reduced downstream work by 35% and minus stakeholder, all these key things. Basically talking about two things, the role, okay, and NHS. Your supporting statement need to tailor your role, your experience, and tailor it perfectly to suit the NHS core values. So you see, those are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. And this is quick access. Quick access, you can easily generate all this stuff in order for you to get what you're looking for. All right. Here is the cover letter. Okay, so you see here, I'm a project management professional with 10 years of experience and MSc in project management in construction, and you see well detailed out cover letter tailored specifically to the role itself. Those are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. Then local government jobs, I mean, you could just search for let's look for a project manager in this particular aspect. Sorry, I know I said I was going to do this in 1 hour, but looking at it now, it's looking like I'll do it in 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay. So project manager, you see a lot of project manager roles in here. Project delivery manager, community ambassador, project officer, agile project and change lead. We have active access project officer. Quite a number of roles in here. Okay, so you see all these roles exist. Okay, can they sponsor your visa? You might not be certain, and that's exactly what you have CV matched before. So if you want to use this job boards, I have the links in my slides. Okay, so all you need to do is fill the attendance. I'm going to send all those links to you. Okay, then you can see how we can get started. All right. So like I said, what do you think you need to land a job with the civil service today? There are 3 things you need. Okay, that is skills, experience, and employability. Skills is what skills do you have? Do you have any skills? And if you say you have skills, do you have experience with that skill? What work experience have you done? Do you have an NHS related experience? Do you have a civil service based experience? All right. And last but not the least, employability. When you go for those interviews, okay, how do you sell yourself? How do you sell your experience? How do you sell the skills that you have? That's another hindrance from most people. All right. So as this approach work for so many people, 100%. I've never played Darlington's video, in any of my sessions. So I decided I'll play Darlington's video today. So I'm going to click on the link and I'm just going to spend on this video. But I just want you to listen to Darlington. Darlington got a job as a lead, as a selection and implementation lead. And this is what we're talking about, in terms of getting a job, it's in the UK. You can't say you're looking for entry level job. Okay, you can't. It doesn't really exist. Okay, so selection and implementation lead with St. Helena in the UK. And I want you guys to listen to him. Just briefly listen to Darlington and let me know, okay, what you think.
So congratulations, Darlington, on landing the role as HC Selection and Implementation Lead. That's the job title, right?
Yes, that's the job title, yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It feels really good. The important part is you get to apply what you know. The knowledge we've been able to acquire seems to be nothing if you can apply it to a real world problem. So that's the most important part for me and what I'm excited about.
Amazing. So how would you say the experience at Amdari helped you land the role, like from the projects you worked on to the types of mentor you had and all that? How would you say that really, really contributed to you landing this role?
Well, in the interview, my background is data science and sales. So this role is more like a business analysis role. It's a mixture of different bits, but they were not looking for someone who was a business analyst per se, a project manager. They were looking for someone who had a bit of data science background, project management, business analysis. And funny enough, I had never heard of, I had never done anything on business analysis till I got to Amdari. And while I was there in the interview room, I was asked about things like mapping and how you scope the whole process. Just give us a rundown of what you would do if you were to start this role. I just used everything I learned at Amdari. I spoke about the process, the to-be processes, the project charter, basically the terminology and the knowledge of what I learned at Amdari played a part in that interview. I seemed to be the person that gave them a clear idea of what they're going to do 1 year.
Please, if you feel the attendance, I would need you to listen to it because it basically communicates everything that we said in today's session. Because the employer that wants to hire you wants you to know the job. Okay, so if you're saying that, oh, I don't know it, but I am willing to learn. Okay, all right, no problem. You see, so we've been successful. I've been got a job, visa sponsorship, cybersecurity specialist with the NHS. We have so many people that have gone. We have Chinenye that got a job also with the civil service NHS. She got a job as a project manager. Okoyemi got a job as a data analyst. We have, Francis that got a job with Deloitte as a project manager. We have Jerry that got a job also with the civil service as a data analyst. So these people exist. Yeah, the reason why we have all this and I had to breeze through it is because they exist. So long story short, how would Amdari help me? How would Amdari help you get that job that you're looking for? Like I said, it's difficult, doesn't mean it is impossible. A lot of people say, these people, they just want to collect this, they just want to do this, they just want to do that. It is difficult, doesn't mean it's impossible. And that's the reason why I'm sharing all these things with you, to let you to know that it is not impossible. So I'm going to do 3 things for you: UK work experience, tailored employability, and job application. So we're going to help you on 3 fronts, long story short. We'll help you gain UK work experience, we'll help you with tailored employability, and we'll help you with your job application. All right. And when you combine these 3 together, you will likely get a job, most likely get a job. All right. So how does Amdari get you work experience? Very simple. You are going to be coming in as a consultant. You're not going to, we call it internship, but it's honestly not an internship. It's a work experience program. The thing about, if I say, oh, work experience program, is a lot of people will not understand. All right. So you see, you're going to be coming in as a consultant. Okay. All right. You're going to be assigned a specialist. A specialist will be in charge of that cohort, whatever cohort you're coming in. A specialist will be in charge of it. And last but not the least, we're going to be bringing in NHS staff, okay, or ex-staff of NHS and civil service. And what we're going to do is we are going to simulate their experiences in the NHS and civil service into projects. Okay, we're going to simulate this into projects. So you would have someone working with the NHS, someone working with the civil service or different civil departments coming to work with you, simulate experiences, projects, and based off these, you get to know the terminologies, you get to know methodologies and all the things that they do in the NHS or civil service. You get this experience in order for you to get started. All right. And last but not least, we're also going to be giving you UK startup experience. So you're going to be working based off actual UK businesses. UK businesses, startups in the UK, you're going to be working on their challenges. Whatever challenges they're going to, gain that practical experience. So in the 4 months duration, you're going to work on 3 projects simulated on NHS and civil service in the UK. Plus, you'll get to work between 2 to 3 projects on startups based in the UK, US, or in Canada. So you get a UK startup experience, you get the NHS experience, and you can use this experience in applying for a job. All right. So you will get to work and gain experience on real NHS and civil service projects. You will solve real business challenges for real startups in the UK. You can add it to your CV that you currently work as a data analytics consultant, GRC consultant, project management consultant, business analyst consultant, cybersecurity consultant, and so on and so forth. All right. You will get a tailored recommendation letter upon completing the project. So if you finish a project, you get a recommendation letter from Amdari signifying that you did X, Y, Z in this particular project. And we've seen that that is a key factor for you scaling your career, okay, or your job search in the UK. You get to build a portfolio of UK-based projects. So when people are asking you about UK experience, you've worked with startups, you've worked with businesses like the NHS and so on and so forth. Last but not the least, you will get expert guidance from start to the end of your work experience. So you're never going to be left alone to try to figure out things yourself. You would have you would have the specialist that literally would hold your hand through the journey. Now, in terms of tailored employability, we're going to help you with your CV, okay? So whatever CV you're going to be using to apply for a job, we are going to help you with your CV. We're going to help you with LinkedIn. We're going to help you navigate the job market. So you see what I did yesterday is going to be a bit more tailored towards to suit you better. All right, interview preparation, a valid UK reference. We're going to help you with on-the-job support. When you get a job and you're worried, would I be able to do the job? Don't worry, you would have on-the-job support. Okay, you would also get a valid UK work reference letter on demand. Anytime you need a reference letter, we will provide that for you. So you see, if you have a great CV, you have a great LinkedIn profile, you know how to navigate the job market, okay? You know how to prepare for interviews, or we prepare you for interviews so you go there and bamboozle them, or you do a great job, you are likely going to get a job. And once you get a job, they will need reference. We'll provide you with the reference letter. Okay? You get a job, you're not certain on how to get started, there's on-the-job support. Okay, so you see, in every spectrum of you getting a job in the UK, we are going to be assisting you. So if your overall goal, okay, is for you to get a job as soon as possible, Amdari is the place to be, because 4 months is our guarantee to you. Okay, so with job application process, you would also have 3 months access to CV Matchly for free. You don't have to pay a dime for it. So you're going to be getting 3 months access to CV Matchly. Use that for your job application process. Tailor your CV, apply, and get a job. So, like I said, if your overall goal is getting a job, get yourself embedded in a community that guarantees you that success. All right. So now, join our next school starting on the 6th of June. Okay, starting on the 6th of June. Like I said, it seems difficult. It is difficult. I'm not here to make it feel like it's as if it's not difficult. But the key thing here is it doable? Yes. Can you achieve success? 100%. Okay, so you see, we have the likes of Betty also that got a job with Echoes IT, working as a project manager just after completing the program with Amdari. Okay, we have Anita that got a job as a senior business analyst while taking the program with Amdari. While taking the program with Amdari, she got a job as a senior business analyst. And you can see the call here, you can see the chat. Mama, your girl got the job. It's here. They just sent me an email. Send a mail to me. All right. So you see, these are the things that you see people are getting success. These are Nigerians, these are Africans, okay, that are getting success and getting jobs in the UK. All right. So you could be one of them. Samuel also got a job, okay, after completing the training program, got a job as a BI engineer, and that's on period. Okay. You see, there are people that are actually going through the program and they are being successful with getting a job. And that's the reason why I started with the key statistics. So let you know that if you're looking for success, we guarantee you success. 6 out of 10 of our interns will get a job in 4 months. That number increases to 9 out of 10 interns in 7 months. So in 7 months, 9 out of 10 of our interns will get a job. Now, 85% of our interns, get an interview, at least 2 interviews in the first 4 weeks. And 100% of the people who have landed jobs from Amdari that have gone on to getting their first job, they say the work experience internship and the reference letter is what helped them secure the job. I mean, you listen to what's his name, Dunnington, and he said it, the experience, okay? And you see if you continue watching it, the reference letter is always going to come up, because at the end of the day, you could be very good, but can somebody back that experience in the UK? That's the UK experience that people are, complaining about. All right. So the next course is starting on the 6th of June. The discount is just for the first 10 people. Okay. So the original fee is £800. Okay. £800. But we're doing a discount of 25%. So it's now £600. You don't have to pay the £600 today. All you need to do today is you can actually pay in installments if you choose to. Now, a guarantee for you, if you start the program with us, is if you don't get a job in 4 months, okay? If you don't get a job in 4 months, we'll continue to support you until you get a job. And you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay a dime. So you're paying one time and you're getting that support till you achieve your goal. Okay, and that's the promise. That's our promise to you. That's our guarantee to you. And you see some people getting jobs 4 months, 7 months, and you see that's why we have 4 months internship. 6 out of 10 of our interns will get a job. In 7 months, 9 will also get a job. Okay, 9 out of 10 interns. So you see, those people that don't even get a job within the 4 months still have enough time in 7 months to get a job. So, and that's something that we say to you. So if at any point in time you don't get it, like after the internship you don't get a job, we'll continue to support you till you get a job. Now you also get lifetime work reference. Lifetime work reference. So at any point in time you need reference from Amdari, work experience, either for your global talent visa or whatsoever you're looking for, you will get work reference. Okay. Now, you would also get lifetime access to the projects, to the videos, to all the resources in the platform. You get 3 months free access to CV Matchly, coffee chat with the UK recruiter, CV and LinkedIn optimization within priority. We're going to prioritize you, okay? UK, your CV or LinkedIn profile within the first week, and a personalized job strategy with me. All right, so I'm going to jump on a call with you, and that's for only people that pay today, only if you register today. I'm going to jump on a call with you next week, and I'm going to build you a personalized job strategy document that we're going to be using to guide your job search. Okay, so where you need to go to, we're going to come up with like a job application pack. Okay, with your CV, your LinkedIn optimization, and all the things that you need to do in order for you to get a job. So that job strategy document and the application pack is something that you need. So that's going to be priority, and I'm going to work on that personally to ensure that you guarantee success. You're guaranteed success. So if you're looking at getting started today, it's £600. You can pay in installments. Okay, you don't have to pay it all at once. You can actually pay in installments. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through what you need to do now if you're looking at getting started. All right. So I'm going to come. All you need to do today is search for Amdari on your browser. Just search for Amdari. Search for Amdari. Click on Amdari on the first link that you see there. All right. Now it takes you straight to our website, and this is Amdari's website. Okay. So you see internship program. Going to click on that. You can see the 8 career paths that we focus on, especially for visa sponsorship. These are the 8 career paths that we focus on. Now, if you're interested in any of this career path, let's say you're interested in SOC analyst, that's cybersecurity analyst. I'm going to click on apply now, okay? And you see it gives you a detailed view of the different roles, the everything that you need to know about the work experience program. And you can see some of the leads that we have here. Okay, Damian, we have Oladimeji, we have Fortune, we have Remy Lekun, we have Joy, and these are all very, very experienced professionals, across cybersecurity. Now, all you need to do is click on apply now. It's as simple as that. Click on apply now. It takes you to the payment page where you need to check out. But you now see that you're getting £500 when you want to check out. And I'll tell you what you need to do to get the £500 in a few seconds. So now you see, select your preferred cohort. If you're in the UK, select the June cohort, UK, or you can select either June or July, depending on when you want to start. You might be willing to start in June or you're willing to start in July. Please secure your discount now, once and for all. Okay. So now, if you do a full-time payment, you are getting another additional £100 discount. So from £800, you could actually pay £500 one-time payment to get full access to everything. All right. Now, also, you don't have to pay this. You can still pay £600 and pay £200 monthly for the next 3 months. Okay. So all you need to pay today is £200 to get into the internship. Okay, and then you can proceed to pay. So all you need to do is select the June cohort 2026. Okay, and 3 installment. If you want 3 installment, that's £200 monthly for the next 3 months. Click on proceed to payment. Okay, and then confirm and create an account. You need to create an account. I have created an account, hence the reason why my information is there. Okay, create an account and then make your payment. Okay, so click on create an account and go ahead to make payment. Now, once you click on that, it takes you straight to the Amdari, straight to Stripe for you to complete your payment. So once you complete your payment, you'll get access to the dashboard and then you can start to learn a thing or two in there. All right. So I'm going to take questions and then we can call it a day. Please, this is only available for the first 10 people, not for everybody. All right. So if you pay today, you get access and you can start working today. All right. And the goal is for you to get a job. Okay. The goal is simple: get a job. And you see, there are quite a number of, what's the name? Okoyemi got a job. Okay. Working as a data analyst in the UK. So I'm going to play a video. Then after a video, I'm going to take some questions. I'll just play the first minute, 1 minute or 30 seconds, just for you to see or hear what's.
Congratulations on securing a data analyst role in the UK. We are more than happy that you're sharing this news with us. Congratulations are in order. Getting a job is always a struggle. So what would you say your biggest challenge was, in the job search phase, especially as someone trying to get a first job in tech? What was your biggest challenge as a job seeker?
Thank you for the question, Amoni. Actually, I didn't transition into tech. I've been in tech. I have my BSc in computer science. And then I came to the UK for my master's in data science and analytics. I graduated with distinction, and you will think like, okay, after graduation, you will get the job. Yeah. Application upon application.
Yeah.
And then you won't even get any reply, no response at all. I think they call it ghosted, like they actually ghosted you, that sort of things. And then you just want to, even after spending a lot of masters, you are just trying to keep on upskilling yourself, because in the tech space, if you close your eyes, by the time you open it, the world is far, far ahead of you. So you have to keep on upgrading yourself, keep on being on the top of you again. Yeah, so Amdari, like I told a friend of mine few weeks ago, that one of the best decisions I made this year is Amdari. And I'm happy, sincerely.
Actually, so how would you say that your experience at Amdari, from the projects you worked on to the mentorship and all of that, helped you go from being a job seeker to being job ready?
Yes, like I said earlier, that one of the best decisions I made this year is coming to Amdari. Before I joined Amdari, I think I was in a meeting. I think the first time I saw Amdari was on maybe LinkedIn. So I joined the session.
So you see, it's a 5 minutes video, and I've gone into it so you can get to see, just to listen to what I've been saying, that this is the best decision she's made this year. So you just imagine if we don't exist. Do you know the sheer number of people that will still be, not where they ought to be today? But you see, she heard about us on LinkedIn. It's not like we knew her before. She saw, okay? She hesitated to register. She eventually registered, and then she has a job today. That can be you too. Do you get me? That can 100% be you also. So the key thing here is, a lot of things that are hindering you today. Oh, will I get a job? If I do this, will I get a job? And that's why we guarantee you that if you don't get a job in 4 months, we'll continue to work with you till you get a job. Okay? And that's something you should have at the back of your mind. And you can hold my words, All right. So I'm not running away. I'm the co-founder. So all right. It's not like I want to run away. Okay. So I'm going to take questions and then we can call it a day. Okay. Lucky. Let me check you. Your hand is raised, has been raised for a while now. So Lucky, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. All right. Lucky. Okay.
Hello.
Lucky. Hi, Lucky. How are you? How are you doing today?
Hi, Jimena.
Hi.
I was sent this link, though I'm already in Dari.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. I will really tell anybody that is listening to this, if you have not joined Amdari, I will tell you, you should hasten up to join, because I believe Femena and other co-founders, they will not stay on this amount that is here, this 600, because almost every month is moving up. So if you are not joining now, you are making a big mistake you will regret later. My question is, it's not really a question, it's just that, is this CV Matchley?
Yes.
Yeah, I've requested to get this CV Matchley, but I've not been able to get it. I've sent my email already, but I've not been able to get it.
All right. That should have been treated, but let me just show you what to do. Okay. So what you want to do?
Yeah, I've already done that.
No,
I've
I want
already
to show you
the registration.
Yeah. How did you register?
I registered with my email.
Your
And
Amdari email?
yeah, I can see my dashboard, I can see everything, but it's just that is that 3 months free stuff. I've not been able to get it. It's still showing me that I can't do anything.
Okay. Do you know what? Just give me your email.
Oh yeah.
Is it the same? Okay. What email do you use to access your Amdari dashboard?
It's the same
Is
email.
it the same
Yes.
email?
Yes.
And you don't have access. Okay. Okay. Do you know what? Let me just get your okay. And I'll follow up for you. Could you just send your email? Just type it in the chat, okay?
Yeah, I'll just send it on the chat.
Okay, I'll take that into consideration, because if you just come here and just from your dashboard, you click try it now, you should go straight to this, fill this form. Just put in your name, your email, password. The email you're using should be the same email that you used to create Amdari.
Yeah,
okay?
It's the same.
Same email. So once you come to your dashboard, your internship, you come to this part where you have but I'm still going to take a look at it, okay? So you don't have to stress yourself. You do this, okay? Click on try it now. It takes you to this page. Fill the form, okay? Name, your full name, the email address, that's the Amdari email that you're using. Put it there. Just type in the password and click on join collaboration, and you would have access immediately. But just send your email, and I'll see what I can do now. But if not, I'll just send you an email. Okay? Is that okay?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
sending my email immediately.
All right, that's what I'll be expecting.
Yeah, thank you so much, Efe.
Yes, no, it's good to have you here. Thanks a lot for the kind words. Also, really appreciate it.
No, it's not just kind words. That's just the truth. Me and my wife were already in Amdari. In fact, the next 2 months, I'm not joking. I'm not playing. I'm getting my job by God's grace.
Amen. Don't worry. I'm going to work with you. Okay. All right. But anyways, just send your email, and then I would see what I can do ASAP now. If I can do it right now, I would send you a message. I'll send you an email by Monday, Tuesday next week. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll do just that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yes. All right. ADDG. I know I saw this name yesterday. Can you unmute yourself today? Let me see.
Yeah, so finally.
Oh, finally.
I think I was using my laptop. I'm fine. Good evening, everyone on the call. Thank you to the host. So I've been joining these classes for about this is my third class that I've joined, but unfortunately I have not received any email. I have filled the form today, making it the third time. Yeah, and yesterday you promised to reach out personally. You promised to reach out personally, but I sort of waited. It's all good. I'm here now. Yeah, it's me now.
So is this ADDG?
Is it my ADDG now?
Okay.
Yes, it's me.
It's Oluwafemi is here.
Yes, it's the same. It's Oluwafemi Adediji. That's the full name.
Okay. So in terms of me reaching out to you, it's not for this weekend. I said I'll reach out to you next week. I'll send you an email for us to speak next week, not this weekend.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay. Sorry,
right,
my blood hurts.
Yeah.
So anyways, the reason why I raised my hand is to just ask a few questions and get some sort of clarification.
Yeah, sure.
So basically back in Nigeria, I would want to say I have a bit of business analysis experience, but not in a professional setting, kind of, because I worked with a couple of organizations, e-commerce organizations, where I eventually took the business to a different market, took it to Ghana, took it to Cameroon, then took it to Abuja. So, and looking at the term business analyst or analysis or being a business analyst, you're more like a broker between what's it called now? The organization and the customers, right? So you're just like in between and all of that. Is it okay to want to consider that as having a bit of understanding about business analysis? That's one. Two is, so I just want to pile up the questions so that you just have to attend to them at once. And two is, coupled with that, I also have experience as an operations manager. I did operations managerial role. I was in an operation managerial role for about 2 years. And also I've been a procurement and a pricing manager for about 3 years as well. So coupled with all of these, currently I'm in the UK and I'm working with Lidl. So also a student, by the way. But then because I'm rounding up my business with international management course by the end of this month, and eventually came across some diary on Instagram where I eventually registered and all, been following up. Though I didn't join, to be honest, I didn't join any of the WhatsApp group what's it called now? The WhatsApp group to lessons that took place. I didn't join because I was busy. But then seeing all of this, I think it's just a platform for me to express and to just get you informed that I probably have these skills, but I just don't know when and how to make use of them. So I'm going to register definitely. It's not a problem. Yeah, but I just want to know if these skills that I've got are uh they are sort of they can integrate into landing me the required or the
Okay.
as a business analyst per se.
So the thing is, you have very good experience. Okay. You have very, very good experience. That's 100% is is um is valid, 100% valid. Okay. So the thing now is communicating those experiences into the career path that you want to go into. So you're interested in business analysis, correct?
Yeah, of course, I still have a bit of data analytics experience, but I want to transition fully into business analysis because my master's, I just finished my master's in business with international management. So I need them to correlate alongside. Um,
The thing
yeah.
is, those business that be just because they have business in their names, it doesn't mean that they are related. Okay, the
Okay.
business analyst role is somewhat very different. Okay, from
Okay. Okay.
what people would term business. So the business analyst on the business analyst as a career path is more focused on improvement. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and
Process
majorly on
improvement.
process. Yeah, that's improvement process, technology, whatever the case might be. All
Okay.
right. So it's not necessarily understanding what financial decision they need to make and all that. Okay. So the business, so it's not what you studied. So the business that you studied and business analysis are two separate career paths. All right.
Okay.
But like I said, do you know what? It will be easier for me to jump on a call with you, okay? Understand, your career progression, okay? And that's basically what I
Mm-hmm.
do with the personalized job search strategy. So what we're going to do basically is to look at your past experience, take a look at your CV, take a look at where you are at this point in time, and design a pathway for you. All right. So the only way I can, if I answer your question now, it's going to be brief because we have other people raising up their hands and so on. All right. So what I would say is, I mean, even if you don't secure a discount, I already plan to talk to you already. Okay. All right. So, but people that make the payment today, I'm going to be jumping on the call with them next week. Okay. For us to run, through the things, their career path, what they need to do, and how they need to get started. Simple. So that's what I plan to do already. So I mean, I'll send you an email. Don't worry. I did teach you. Welcome. Is that okay?
Thank
So
you. Thank you so very much. Yeah, it's
yeah,
positive, absolutely. So, but also, I'm going to be needing the video information of this uh the meeting that we just had. So I
yeah.
hope it drops in my email so that I can I
Please
can
check
go
your
through
spam
it
also.
again.
Please check your spam. So sometimes these emails can land in your spam. Okay. So check your spam email if you don't see it in your inbox. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very
Yes.
much, Ife, and I
Appreciate it.
really appreciate. I'll be waiting for your call, honestly.
Yeah,
I
I'll
need
be
to get a
ready
job next month. The bills are high
next.
here.
Okay, no problem. We'll work with you. Don't worry.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Also check promotions, yes. So just check promotions, check your spam. You should receive the email. Okay. Thank you so much. Ibukun Oluwa Obafemi. Ibukun Obafemi.
Yeah,
How are
good
you?
evening.
I'm sorry, do I still have Lucky on the call? Lucky, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Lucky, you've not created your account. So I just searched for your account. I think I can see your wife's account, I'm guessing. All
Even
right,
her
but
own, even her own is still not linked. They
your
just
own
charge
is
out £24 now.
okay. Do you know what I'll do? Let me just send you an email and then I would figure that out. Okay. Because I'm not sure because she has full access. Okay, she has a full access, premium access. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
but they
Your
just
your yours is currently not there. So don't worry, I'll send you an email. I just wanted to let you know that I've looked into it, and then I should get back to you this coming week. Okay.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Ibukun, so sorry about that.
Yeah, no problems. Thank you. Okay, so two issues. Thank you for the session. Two issues I wanted to raise. Somebody has talked about both of them, so I'll not bother to repeat one of them. So the second one about CV Matchly. So I also have the issue that Loki has.
Okay.
So I don't know if they can organize a session for us to go through, or if you can show us.
You are also in the program, right?
Yes, I am. Yes. So I tried using CV Matchly today for the jobs that I applied for. So somewhere where I was confused was that I optimized my CV. Even after optimizing, it still told me it was 85%. So I'm on the free version. So I tried to use whatever was available anyway before. So he asked me to pay. So now I'm hearing that we don't have to pay.
No, you don't have to pay 100%.
Okay.
When did you join?
I mean, what's it called? 2 months ago. What is it? April court.
April, May, June. I mean, you still have the month of June to go. So, so do you know what I'll do? Okay, don't worry. What program are you in?
Business analysis.
That's April court.
Yeah, and I'm also expecting your call.
Yeah, it was my call.
Yes, I had the session yesterday.
You had a what? Sorry?
I was in the session yesterday and I expressed some concerns.
Oh, okay. Yes. We quit. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I think we'll just address everything together then. Yes, I have your name. It'll be cool. Obafemi. I have it here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So you don't have to add. I know Queen is currently your
my specialist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry. We'll speak this week. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So do I have to delay my application still then?
Let me just check your own application. I'll check just like I did for Lucky to be sure.
Anyway, for Lucky, for me, I've not registered through with Amdari.
Okay.
The thing. So I only just applied. I just went to the site, and then I'm using the free version.
Okay.
So I don't know. Can you show us the way you went back to
You know
sign?
what you do. Do you know what you do? Let me just walk you through how to do it quickly so you can try to do it yourself. Okay.
Okay.
So what you want to do is log into you don't have to log into your what do you call it, your IMS, correct?
Yes.
All right. Go to internship. All right. And
Okay.
in the internship, you have the internship dashboard. This by default will be selected. So on the right, you will see use CV Matchly AI. Okay. Click on try it now. Okay. You have to come to your IMS to do this. Okay. Click on try it now. It will take you to this page. Okay. All you need to do is put in your full name. Okay. Put in the email. So what email do you use to register? Do you use to creating this account?
I'll put the same one.
The same email, please, not a different email. Don't say that, oh, I use my Gmail for this one, I want to use my Yahoo mail for this one. It's not going to work. Okay, you have to use the same email you use the registry for Amdari to put that email here and type in whatever password you want to type in. It's your choice, whatever you want to write it. Once you put in your password, click on join collaboration and you're good to go. It will take you to a new page where I can't do that for you now because let me just try. Let me see. Just type in the password. Okay. And join collaboration. It's likely not going to work. Okay. It's not because it's a different email. I never even use my actual email. It will tell me that I have been assigned already. Okay, so I can't really show you what the next page is going to look like. User of this email already exists and has an access subscription. So just once you click on this, it will take you straight to the page. You'll know what to do next. Okay, it will give you access immediately. All right.
Okay, but when you from the demo you did, where you applied for the job, the optimized CV that was generated.
Yes.
Are you sure we don't need to rearrange it, because the bullet points from the CVs that were generated for me today, the bullet points were just mixed together, Are you saying that's okay to apply for a job without any issues?
Yes, it's okay to go. Like, unless there is something that you want to add, you want to edit your CV, you want to add some things to
So
it.
just that the bullet points were just all over the place.
That's weird. I'll probably have to take a look at that on your CV. I mean,
No,
we're having a
the one you showed, it was the same thing.
No, I don't think so. Let me check it out. I downloaded this one.
Yes. So if you look at the bullet points, that is that
True.
okay?
Like this, the
This-
windows.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is okay. How else you want it to be standing against each other?
I would have arranged it.
Oh, it should be like
Yeah,
on one
maybe
line.
2 lines.
It's just you would have or 2 lines or 3 lines. It really doesn't matter. Let me show you. Let me tell you. If you're looking at applying for CV, you're applying for roles. How you test against ATS? This is how you test. You Control A everything, Control A and copy everything that you have here. Open a word pad on your system, a notepad on your system. For the guys using MacBook, you could just you could open Note or whatever the case might be. But for you guys, Windows, just open a notepad, copy and paste everything. Now, if everything shows, you are fine. Okay? So if everything shows, and the perfect example, this is one. So what I'll do again is I'll open another CV to show you that this is the way to check it out. So to validate some of the things that we're talking about. Let me go to CV files. I'm gonna go to CV. I just want to show you real quick so you know that I'm not. It's not just bubble. Okay. All right. I'm trying to open up something. So now this is another CV. Okay. I'm going to Control A this one and copy this one. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to it. It looks like it has worked, Abby. I've copied everything. I'm going to delete this and I'll paste it. Now, if I scroll up, you find out that if you manner, everything is showing, but you see there's a blank. So you see this,
Yeah.
you see, even though they're in bullet points, you can see that they are not showing here. So some people be wondering why is the CV not getting rejected. Meanwhile, their CV is not, their ATS cannot just see certain things. And that's because you have like boxes, you have shapes, and so on and so forth. So the way you arrange your CV, it matters 100%. But I mean, if you can do the simple notepad test, okay, you'll find out that you're good to go. You don't need to arrange everything on 1 line, 2 lines, and so on and so forth. You don't need that. So it's good to go 100%. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Okay, but when you went back to sign in, for example, if you wanted to generate a supporting statement, how did you go back to like sign in to CV Matchly?
You just go search for CV Matchly.
Okay.
Go to the website.
Yeah. So when I came here, I didn't see how to sign in.
You'll see login and dashboard over here. I'm going to sign out so you can see it also. Okay. So if I go back to CV Matchly now, but we would still have all these sessions. I want okay. So you see login here. Just click on login and put in your email, your IMS email, and the password you created. Click on login. Simple. Do you get it?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. All right. Anyways, we would have more time to speak next week. Okay. And then
Thank
we
you
can
very
move
much.
on. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Uhonoma. That name sounds so familiar. Do you know any Evans? Evans or Dennis? Uhonoma.
Good evening. No, I'm not sure.
Are you okay? You're from Edo State, isn't it?
Yes, for sure. Correct.
Sure. All right. I know the same last name. Is that your first name or your last name?
Yeah, my first name is Unoma.
Okay, then I think it's the other person's last name. Okay. All right. Yeah. How can I help you today?
Okay. As a newbie in terms of cybersecurity, Yeah, after the reward experience which your company offer, is it like a course? Do you guys offer like a course that one needs to go through before he starts the real life experience? Because into cybersecurity, so I just wanted to know because I really have interest in Amdari and the whole thing that I've been seeing on the advert. So yeah.
Okay. So if you're currently looking at getting started, like taking a course, a program, we have a partnership with a training company, all right, that can provide you the training, then you do the internship with us. Does that make sense? So
Okay,
rather
that
than,
makes
yeah, so what I'll do is I'll take down your name, and my colleague, somebody within the team will send you an email, okay,
okay.
and you can talk to them within the training company, okay. So the beauty about that is you are going to still come back here to Omdari, okay. So you just do the training. Then once you're done with the training, you come here to do the internship, okay.
That makes
Does that
sense.
make sense? Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. It's all good.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. If Philomena is me lucky again, please. If you can just check again to see if I've registered because I did it now.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I'll just let me see. Lucky. So, Noma. So somebody somebody reach out to you. So you can speak to the training company. Okay.
It's all right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it also. Thanks for joining. Thanks for speaking up. Also.
And you too. Good evening.
Yeah. All right, guys. This Lucky, yes, Lucky now you're active. You're active also as at today. Okay, yes, you're active as of today. So you're done now. You're in, Lucky.
But it's still not working.
Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. We'll sort that out. Okay, don't worry. We'll sort it out.
Thank you. Thank
You're in now. You have access. So
Yeah.
it's just for you to gain access. That's the major thing.
you.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. So if you're looking at getting started, please get started as soon as possible. Like I said, it's just available for the first 10 people. If you make your payment today, I'm going to be jumping on a call with you to have the personalized job strategy with you to see how we can get started. All right. Do have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself. And, I mean, if you have anybody that's also looking for a job and is looking at getting started, you might just be recommending success to the person. So recommend us to your friends, your family members, your classmates, and so on, people that are looking for ways to navigate the job market. Okay, we're willing to work with them. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful weekend. For the people that I said I was going to send you an email. I'll send you an email first thing. Either most likely not tomorrow, but Monday you should get an email from me requesting for us to speak. So that's Lucky, that's Ibukun, that's a DDG also. You should get me, and I should get an email. You should get an email from me first thing on Monday. Thank you very much, everyone. Do have a wonderful weekend, and bye for now. Thank you so much.